Hello, fellow wrestling fans. How are you? Hailing the weapon of Friday Night SmackDown from March 15th, 2024. The opening segment was a half-hour concert of The Rock. I love the song. It has some comedy in it, which I liked, until he started dissing Seth Rollins. That's something you don't do. So I was thinking, come on, have Seth come for the crowd, curb stomp his ass, super kick him, something like that. But no, again, it was just The Rock making fun of Cody Rhodes and Seth Rollins. I get to saving this big tag match at WrestleMania, but come on, have Cody and Seth at least attack the bloodline. They're not doing that for Solo Sikoa. Take him out of the equation, make it interesting, right? Or at least attack The Rock and Roman, having a little fisticuff brawl before this big tag match at WrestleMania. So the opening match was LWO's face team versus the LWO heel team. Joaquin Wall and Del Toro took it right to Roberto and Garza, man. Delivered double team clothesline, double team super kick, sent both guys to the outside. They did stereo dives to the outside, knocking down Roberto and Garza. Del Toro snapped off an awesome hurricane on Roberto, and then quickly jumped off the ropes with a moonsault onto him. Joaquin Wall waited till they got up, both guys, and then double team at one point, drop kick both guys down. Guys that just super kicked the holy hell out of Del Toro. He was running through the ropes, getting speed going for a move. And to the outside, when he ran again, turned around, guys just smacked right in the face with a super kick. Alberto and guys isolated. Del Toro worked on them in the corner. Double team body shots. Then did that awesome top rope body slam onto him. Joaquin Wall jumped in. Everybody was fighting everybody. At one point, Joaquin Wall super kicked Garza, who turned around into a tornado DDT by Tolo. Roberto and Garza won the match when they delivered a double team hip, tossed Tolo way up in the air. Then Garza kicked him in the midsection on the way down to pick up the win. So they will go on to face the winners of the next upcoming tag match. They didn't announce it was next week. Maybe it must be the following week, where the winning team of that match will go on to be one of the 6 teams in the ladder match for the Tag Team Championships at WrestleMania. Yet again, the heel team has almost won every match in this rivalry with the LWO versus LWO feud. It starts off red hot. I was really enjoying it, but now it's getting stale because the other team has to pick up some wins. They only have one win over against them, which was when Carlito beat Santos Escobar a couple weeks ago in a street fight. Tyler Bate and Pete Dunne took on Pretty Diddley in a qualifying opportunity to qualify for the ladder match. Another great tag match on SmackDown, folks. Action-packed. Pete Dunne, they're running into Gary kicks of both guys, chops. Both members of Pretty Diddley. Then Tyler Bate got in and Irish whipped each member to opposite corners to start delivering running uppercuts in the corners on them. Then he overhead toss Kip out of one corner. Pete Dunne hand stomped on Prince, hand stomp on Kip, stomp on the armor Kip, applied an armbar submission on Prince. They just destroyed Pretty Diddley. Until Pretty Diddley, Kip delivered a big boot to Tyler Bate. And then the isolated Bate worked on him for quite a bit, punished him. And then Pete Dunne got in. The referee told him to get out of the ring because he wasn't a legal man. That allowed Tyler Bate to do that slingshot lariat clothesline onto Kip off the ropes. Then he did that amazing airplane spin. He does where he doesn't even hold on to the opponent. He just puts him on his shoulders and spins around. I lost count how many spins he did to poor Prince. I was surprised that guy didn't up and chuck there. Pete Dunne and Tyler Bate almost won the match, but Pretty Diddley stopped the pin. They threw Pete Dunne to the outside, but they forgot he was the legal man because he had made the tag at that point. So they delivered a double team Glory Bomb Bulldog off the top rope onto Tyler Bate. Pete Dunne broke up the pin. Then alongside Tyler Bate, they delivered Burning Hammer on Prince for the 1-2-3. So they will face Roberto and Garza in upcoming weeks for a spot in the ladder match. Randy Orton took on Grayson Waller with Austin Theory, Logan Paul ringside. Orton did the same old stuff he does. Grayson Waller went for the barrel roll, jump up stunner. Orton RKO'd him for the quick win. Suddenly after the match, Logan Paul, Austin Theory attacked Randy Orton, and it was so predictable because they kept showing the backstage up on the stage area. Kevin Owens music, he came running out. Clean house, and then last week where He almost hit Randy Orton. This week, Orton almost hit Kevin Owens. So Nick Aldis came out and told Logan Paul, who was on stage with Fury and Walrus, said, I finally decided who you're going to be facing at WrestleMania to defend the United States Championship against, and it's those two guys in the ring, Owens and Randy Orton. Logan Paul's jaw dropped. Then he started complaining, no, it's a singles match. I'm not facing him in a triple threat. But Nick Aldis says, that's what it is. Deal with it. Logan Paul, Kevin Owens at WrestleMania, that's one hell of a match. But Randy Orton in it, that's just going to take away the wow factor. Dragon Lee took on Santos Escobar with all members of Hill LWO outside the ring. Once that bell rang, Dragon Lee quickly ran, super kicked Santos Escobar, knock him into the corner, deliver those awesome kick strikes in the corner, sit down powerbomb, arm drag takedown all over Santos. And then Humberto Garza caused a distraction, so Dragon Lee jumped off the ropes to the outside, knocked down both of those guys. Electra Lopez distracted him. He turned around, ran back of the ring. Santos caught him. Falcon Arrow for the 1-2-3. Fast win. After the match, the beat down 4-1 beat down. Carlito ran out. Back cracker on Garza. Spine buster Humberto on top of Garza. Took down Santos Escobar. Then Rey Mysterio's music hit. He walked down 619 to Santos and then challenged him to a match next week on SmackDown. Your main event was Dakota Kai with Damage Control took on Bayley. Great main event. Bell ring. Bayley ran. Knocked down Dakota Kai and just beat her ass, folks. Like, stomped her dry in the corner. I lost count how many punches she delivered in that corner. She was all over Dakota Kai. Belly to Bayley, the belly suplex. Top rope elbow drop. Dakota Kai finally stopped the offense when one of the members, I forget who it was, outside the ring caused a distraction. Bayley turned around and Dakota Kai almost took her head off of a running big boot. Then suddenly Bayley delivered Bayley to belly, went for the pin, and the other members of Damage Control ran in, so Bayley won by disqualification. 4-on-1 beatdown happened. Naomi ran out. She started running her ass in the face of Asuka. She backed up, ran her face into Kairi Sane. Then she delivered a super kick to Io Sky. Then Dakota Kai took her down. Then Asuka and Kairi Sane isolated Naomi one corner of the ring, just beat the shit out of her. And then the other corner, Dakota Kai and Io Sky beat up on Bayley. They left Bayley laid out. Io Sky delivered the top rope moonsault. Damage Control ended SmackDown standing tall. Next week on SmackDown, they announced it's Rey Mysterio versus Santos Escobar. You got the Office of Pain versus the Street Profits to continue that rivalry. Well, that winning team will face the winning team of Grayson Waller and Austin Theory against Luke Gallows, Carl Anderson. Well, that winning team will enter a spot in the ladder match. Luke Gallows, Carl Anderson is also involved in the NXT Tag Team No. 1 Contender Tournament. So will both guys win this tournament to get spots in 2 matches at WrestleMania? And what happens if that ladder match is on the same night as Stand and Deliver? Because Stand and Deliver is going to be happening in the afternoon, then WrestleMania is going to be happening at night. Those two guys are going to end up having 2 big matches on 2 big pay-per-views in one night. LA Knight came out. Again, he called out AJ Styles. He's like, surprised AJ didn't show up. He said, well, maybe he'll show up at WrestleMania. So he challenged AJ Styles to a match at WrestleMania. Then, LA Knight, when you start the promo, you can see him, like, look behind him. Sure enough, AJ came out, blasted him with a steel chair across the back, and he said, I accept. That's going to be one hell of a match. AJ Styles, LA Knight. Jimmy Uso accepted Jay's challenge to a fight at WrestleMania. That's all that really happened at SmackDown. On main event, Otis and Tozawa took on Shinga and Veer Mahal with Jinder Mahal at ringside. They quickly attacked him before the bell. Shinga and Veer Mahal isolated Otis, ran him into the ring post, sent him outside, and then they destroyed Tozawa. And they do like a body slam, a jump up elbow drop, a scoop slam, a power slam, and they kept trash talking as they did it. Otis finally got in, had back-to-back clotheslines on Veer Mahal, and then Tozawa pinned him for the 1-2-3. Nothing really exciting. The other match was Chelsea Green against Natalya. All match, it was hard to watch, folks. It was all match. It's like as soon as one did a move, They slap the arm across the face, say you're no good, I'm better than you, and then back and forth, back and forth. Chelsea Green won with a jump up on Prettier. Main event was disappointing this week. Now, I order some wrestling DVDs a lot from a guy on eBay. I'm not going to say his name and all that, because you know why? Because of YouTube's copyright stuff. But I got the order in the mail. I'm excited for these DVDs, and he gave me a deal on one of them, which I really loved. I'll show you which one that was. This one I got is Ring of Honors. Injustice 2 from January 2009. On the back of it shows some of the matches. You got Nigel McGuinness defend the World Championship against Tyler Black. In case you don't know, that's Seth Rollins. You got Jerry Lynn versus Daniel Bryan. Roderick Strong and Eric Stevens versus the American Wolves in a Lumberjack strap match. That should be awesome. But I'm really looking forward to this match. Austin Aries versus Jimmy Jacobs versus Jay Briscoe. That should be one hell of a match. Next up is the Chicago Spectacular. Night 1. I got Night 2, so I picked up Night 1. This one is from December the 8th, 2006. I love the cover. Samoa Joe and Daniel Bryan. They fight inside of a steel cage in this one for the World Championship. You got Austin Aries, Matt, and Roderick Strong gets Matt Sydal and Shango. If you don't know who Shingo is, check him out at New Japan Pro Wrestling because he's an awesome performer. You got Four Corner Survival, which I like. It's not a typical fatal four-way match you see. Four Corner Survival for them is all four in the ring at the same time, but they change it so one guy gets eliminated, and the next time it's the next elimination gonna be by submission only. And then once that guy's gone, it could be a steel cage or something like that. That's what I like. You got the Briscoes versus Irish Airborne. That should be cool. I got this one, Back to Basics, from 2005 on March. Samoa Joe there, and I believe that is Brian Kendrick. He's got in that match, that headlock there, because in the back cover it says Samoa Joe and Jay Lethal versus Jamie, CM Punk and Brian Kendrick. Awesome matches on there. You got other Four Corner Survival, this time with the Winham. That looks like Sanjay Dutt. I'm not sure. I don't see him listed there. Maybe he went under a different name there. Now, this is the one. When I did that, I didn't have enough for this other DVD I wanted. So I asked him, and he says, hey, man, since you buy a lot of DVDs from me, I'll give you a deal on this one. He took $8 off of it, so I was able to get it. It is Jeff Jarrett's King of the Mountain anthology set. I was a huge Jeff Jarrett fan. I liked him at Double J and WWE. I didn't care much for him at WCW. They didn't treat him right, but at TNA, he was amazing. So this is a documentary about his career, how his father actually started TNA, and he helped promote that company. He talks about his time in WCW, how they promised they would treat him better than WWE did, but then they just dropped the ball with him. He talks about when his wife had cancer, she passed away. It talks about how he ended up falling in love with Kurt Angle's wife, in real life, Karen Angle there, because that was a big rivalry in TNA. I come to the point that Jeff Jarrett and Kurt Angle, when they were in TNA, in 2010 they had to be kept separate from the arena because it was so personal, because in real life, Kurt Angle and Karen Angle was going through a lot of marriage troubles. Then they separated for a bit, and Jeff Jarrett hooked up with her, and Kurt Angle never forgave him for that. They got the matches, the first match Jeff Jarrett ever had in TNA. They got the first match Jeff Jarrett won in TNA when he won the World Championship in a Battle Royal, which is kind of their version of the Royal Rumble, where so many people enter, and then you get eliminated over the top rope. They call it Gauntlet for the Gold. It's got Jeff Jarrett versus Kurt Angle at Genesis 2010. That's the rivalry match. It's awesome. You got Jeff Jarrett versus Robert Roode. There's some of these matches I never got a chance to see it, because when I collected TNA DVDs throughout the years, where I live out, there's a place called CD Plus. That's why I got a lot of my TNA DVDs. but it went out of business. So like Walmart, none of them never sold TNA DVDs. So never really got to see like that match with Robert Roode and stuff. Like it's a 4-disc set. I cannot wait to start watching this. I love the intro, him with the guitar. I mean, on the picture there. Yeah, it says on the back there actually. Jeff, he faces Hacksaw Jim Duggan in a match. Jeff Hardy in a ladder match. He fights Sting. That should be a good match. Over a dozen plus matches. These just bonus matches. Apparently there's 12 more. That's awesome. Oh my bejeebus. 3 hours. That's just 3 hours of matches. Then, let's say it's like an hour and a half of documentary. So that's pretty cool. There you have it, folks. Stay safe, everybody. Too sweet. Bye.